call this meeting to order of the Bargersville Parks Advisory Commission. We'll start with our call to order. To my left,
Kelly Whitaker,
Keith Cecil,
Rhonda Ainsley,
Roger, yes.
and we'll rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I should have recognized you before I walked.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay. That's right, okay.
She's my ride.
Good, okay. Normally I do that before the meeting.
Oh, that's okay.
Welcome, thanks for coming. All right. So we'll start with our new business, and we will start with our Kent Park update. I would like to turn that over to Dan for that. Dan, would you be able to provide us with an update on the Kent Park progress?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Don't you go up there?
They won't be able to hear you if you don't.
If anybody's listening.
Yeah, they all are.
Spectators,
That's right.
viewing group. Kent Park is well underway. They're moving dirt. Everything seems to be going pretty good. It's on schedule. We have already received one pay request from them, which will be the monthly pay request. And we are having progress things every 2 weeks, but everything's on schedule and going very good. We are still seeking or looking at possibilities of various grant possibilities for some of the equipment in there. I think we have a grant secured to add bleachers to the pickleball courts, which we've been working on. And we're looking at some playground equipment that we might be able to get with a grant as well. But overall, it's going great. Glad to answer any questions.
Does it look like that grant would supplement the purchase of the playground equipment already selected?
Yeah, the cost for that project has already been bonded, and we've got it, so it would supplement that.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you talked to the Colts?
Colts?
Yeah. Cause I know they do park playground, give grants for it.
No, I haven't. Might be worth looking into that. There's 2 or 3 grant organizations that either civic clubs or grant larger groups that do grants. The one grant that we've got already, I think pretty well secured, is through Rotary. The OPRA, which is a state agency, I think what OPRA stands for, Occupational County Rural Areas or something. It's an association, a department within the state of Indiana. We're working with them about some other possibilities. There's one possible, I really can't reveal the name yet, but there's one possibility. There's several different things. And what's not used, for Kepart, might be able to be transferred over to the downtown situation. But we're at a point now in Kepart where I'm actually in the process of establishing a job description for a part parks director. So we're gonna have to have a parks director. I want to get the parks director on board and hired before the construction's completed, so they can participate in the construction process and kind of own the facility that's being built. So we're working on that. We'll be working with the parks department. The parks department will it'll become a bona fide parks department, I guess is the best way for me to describe it. And you know, that'll how that's all structured, what role your committee plays in that. It's all got to be thought out and worked out. But hopefully we can get a parks director in here, and he'll have the time to work on that. And I expect that in the next couple of months we should have all that pretty all worked out.
Anybody have any questions? Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
All right, and then also attached, I know it's been a couple of weeks, but we have our certified playground inspector, Bob Lifford, come and take a look at the parks for his annual report. And it was promptly submitted to the streets department. Brian and those guys took care of everything, is my understanding. And right away, there was one outstanding item of the mulch, and then that also has been taken care of. So all of these items that he could get to were taken care of.
It didn't look like, other than the mulch, that there was anything that was too costly or time. I mean, it was just kind of small maintenance stuff, nothing that threw out a big warning for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some bolts and stuff like that, which had actually been, we had pointed out in other reports as well, so.
It's nice to know it was certified inspection though.
Absolutely. No, it's a great, as we've talked many times, that's.
I noticed yesterday that the cracked climbing block at Switzer's been replaced. Got to look at the joint though. in the slide.
It's hard to spot that.
Yeah, I don't know if they filled that in or not.
Yeah, I don't know that they did either. It's hard to see.
And I don't know how he climbs up there. You might find it once.
Yeah.
Didn't
It's a
work
risky
out so well.
proposition.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think the only thing, you know, is the mulch under the swings, need to rake it. I mean, I feel like every time some kid goes out there, it's just a challenge to
I
get
know.
that back out.
I was yesterday, Wendy's, it's pretty deep again. The wind, well, you could see where the swinging and is dragging her 2 feet. And there's a rut there, and I just could use my foot to fill that in. And I was gonna run over to Wendy's after the meeting, see if I can break that in, but I think that's something that's probably gonna have to be addressed once a month, at least.
Endless battle. I wish they'd figure out a way to raise the swings or something, but
Well, then they could get
And
them.
they can't reach it.
endless battle. All right.
I guess we can just say like we were inspecting to just check it ourselves and report back and try to keep on top of it. But I think it's gonna be an ongoing maintenance, I guess.
Okay, since we're in a new business as well, so we did talk about, well, I don't know, we talked about it. So have you all seen the email? Has everyone seen the emails come through in the through the IPRA about the conference. I was losing my train of thought. The conference is coming through. Yeah, November 15th to 17th. Here in town at the convention center. I think it would be really, especially with the parks that we have going now, with windage coming and, some of these changes. I'm very interested in going. I think, Rhonda, you expressed some interest in going. We have a deadline that's sort of approaching for the early bird. I'm not super interested in going all 3 days.
No, I didn't want to take off work all 3 days. We can, I don't know what the registration is like. I haven't actually gone to the website.
It's $325.
Per person for all 3 days. Is that room or is that just to attend?
No, I think the room
That is not a room.
Okay.
That is just to attend.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's expensive.
it is. It is.
I don't think more than one of us need to go then.
Right. That's what I was thinking. So
would
I guess my
go.
question is, yeah. So I was wondering, first of all, how many of us went? And then second of all, if one of us just went each day with that badge,
Is it possible to do it that way under one registration
if it's possible, if we could just get one
and have 3 different people show up?
and have 3 different people.
As long as the ladies don't mind being called Keith. I have a name tag that says Keith from.
Right?
Or
Do you have
Go with Rhonda.
to register under a person's first and last name, or could it be registered under Town of Bargersville Parks?
Yeah, that's something we needed. So I was going to call, depending on how this all went, I think we can call them. They would be happy, I'm sure, happy to answer those questions. It's a good point. I had that same thought. Is that could we just put it under the town or what they're saying? Or I thought, well, I don't know. But so what was it? Who wants? I think the first question is who's interested in going? Who has time? Who November 15th, 17th? Take a poll, figure out if does anybody want to go? Are you interested, Kelly? Mr. Hicks, are you interested? Rhonda, are you interested?
if you need me, I'll go. I mean, I don't have a burning desire to go, but I'll go if we can split the registration. I don't think there's any benefit to me paying to go and you paying to go. But if we can split the benefit or the registration, I'll split the time with you.
I could go ahead and make them. I just can't commit all 3 that time here because I'm on soccer at work.
Well, I was gonna buy that trail swing in Lansville. So I could do that.
Okay.
If you 3 want to go to this convention and go to that trails and we can compare notes.
Yeah. I think that sounds good.
The trail one's only $10.
Right. It's a good deal compared to this one. So how about that? I'll see what we can do. What do you think about this? If we can do that, if it's permissible for us to pass the pass, we go with that. If not, I'll just go. We can about that.
I like that idea.
I'll just take notes and get back to you guys. That sounds good?
Sounds good.
I don't know that we need a motion to approve that. Do we need that since that's
I think if we're gonna use
spend those
money,
dollars? Okay.
money, we need a motion, and I'll move that we pay the registration fee for the IPRA convention and expo And under the Town of Bargersville, if possible, if not, under Jesus' name.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We'll follow up on that. Nicely done. We'll move into the online rate payment. So really, this is kind of a question for you all. We've been working, I'm not even sure that with the changing of the guards, if anything has happened, but we were, or if you guys were briefed on this, but we were trying to establish a online payment method for paying for the Legacy Park bricks out here. Do we have any update or movement on that at all?
I don't know anything about it. You know anything about it, Stephanie?
He's not aware of the brick pavers at all. That's my fault. Sorry about that, Dan. We actually just Brian picked up today some brick paver orders
Okay.
from Ceramica, but I was very briefly mentioned that they're trying to do an online brick payment, and that was stated to me by Bethany, and that was about a week before she left. I don't know anything else other than that. I know, I think she said that there was a struggle with it, but I don't know who I'm supposed to be talking to, who the contact person is, on who was supposed to be setting that up. I don't know anything else other than that was talked about.
Well, we felt like, just to give you a little bit of history on that, we felt like that was a good thing for folks to be able to do. You know, as at the moment, currently, they go to this website within the website that takes you to a link to a form that you have to print off and fill out and bring to the town, or I believe you have a mail-in option as well, with your check for the brick. We've been working on this, seems like a long time now, but at any rate, sort of one of the ways we help to get the word out, for lack of a better term, about this park and this opportunity to be a part of Bargersville is through the farmers market. We've been going weekly, when we can, to the table at the farmers market. And there's been forms where folks can fill out, so we basically print the forms off for them. And then we show up and there's an opportunity to purchase basically on the spot, a brick. But, you know, we had some signs created, and the hope was that, you know, people could walk up to the park, scan the QR code on their phone, and be able to purchase one right there, just with their phone. But we didn't have that capability. We were told that the web developer was working on a way to do that, and was also going to integrate with some other functions that the town needed to be able to pay online as well. So there were some other things that this project was getting lumped in with, but it just, I mean, I would say since January. At least since January, we've been told, well, it's coming, and then it just never came. So wanted to just, we felt like, at least I think we still feel like it's a valuable thing for folks to be able to do. So if there's a way to get that back on the radar of the town, that would be great.
I think I can talk to Carissa about that, because I believe, and Dan, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe we are working with a new web developer for the town's website and for our rebranding and everything that we're in the process of.
That would make sense. It seemed like there was movement on it, but if someone could just follow up, that we are still interested in.
Okay,
in the
I'll
online
get with
payment.
Carissa as soon as I
We just
can.
need to make sure that that's part of this whole deal with the redevelopment of the website.
Okay,
So
One thing for Dan to bring up, when this Plaza Park established out here, they started selling papers to help pay for it. And they've been selling them all, but it just kind of dwindled down and stuff, so we're trying to get it going up again.
have those people that bought pavers got the names put on those papers yet?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Okay,
just,
so we're not.
We're not in default, yeah.
Okay, that's what, I was afraid you were gonna tell me, oh, we got,
No.
you know, $2,000 there, no one's.
Everybody that's bought a paver up until this last order, the pavers were in place out there.
And how much are you selling those for?
$50 for a
4x8.
four by eight, 125 for an 8x8.
there's 8x8 and 12x12s.
Yeah.
And I think
That's what
there's
I've seen on the orders so
Yeah,
far.
that's on the order form.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you can put as many words as you want on as many lines,
I know.
and the prices vary.
Great
Part of
for
that, there's a limit.
Okay,
Yeah.
Two lines
Okay.
on the 4x8.
okay,
18 characters a line. I
Yeah.
believe.
okay.
Yeah.
And 8 lines on, or 4 lines on the 8x8.
Fairly confident all that's on the form though.
Yes,
And the 12x12 are 500, so not too many people are buying those.
one of the orders that was picked up today by Brian, she's part of the town, she's bought 2 of the 12x12s.
Yeah.
And she's gonna pick her location on where she would like them.
Yeah.
We thought that was fair for
They're
her.
going for 120 or something?
Yeah, 100-ish, yeah. I should have, I have one of those forms, let's see.
It's 125.
Is it 125? Okay, yeah. I don't have one with me, but I can email a form to you, Dan.
I can give him one too if you
Okay.
can't locate one
Yeah.
as well.
Find it on the website.
Yeah, so you can find it on the website.
I've got one in a
Yeah.
file that Bethany gave me.
Many clicks get you there. You can get there, man.
Scan the QR code on
Or you can
the
scan the
sign.
QR code on the sign. Yeah. Take you right there. All right.
Come to farmer's market Wednesday night.
Come to the booth, right?
That's right. That's right. Opportunity awaits for you. Okay. And then, anything else on that?
Well, I think just item C was kind of along the same lines with the online brick payment.
Yes.
Once we had that, we wanted to have either a stopper or
Okay.
the little note that can be put into the your
Utility bill.
utility bills.
Okay.
We're gonna do one of those two. Once we got the online, we thought that made sense that we could come up and just to bring people's attention that. And then it also kind of was coming involved with the renaming of the park. So it was kind of this push, and then we're going to the farmer's market and just kind of trying to catch up with the, hopefully an online option, just because it's convenient and it seems like people follow through with that
Okay,
more easily with the thought process.
Marketing push.
Right. Do you want to like pick up the checkbook? I have people at my work that are phoning, so I check sometimes.
I do too, it's okay.
But we can circle back to those 2 items, no problem. Okay, and then, so last year we did a community service day, and so the question is, do we want to look at trying to do that again this year? We had a lot of help with it. And we ended up, if you recall, focusing on sort of painting those benches. That was the main focus of it. Do we want to explore doing this service day again? And if so, what might that look like?
I was always brought it up just because we had done it last year, we kind of talked a little bit how, where this is something we do annually and the people involved. And then as we have more parks, covered or whatever come on board, perhaps there's more to do. If there's not enough to do, or we can't identify, that makes sense that we wouldn't do it, but I brought it up just the idea of, hey, we did it last year, if we want to continue it, we should be discussing it, not waiting.
I think that's fair. Plus, from a weather standpoint, now is the time to plan if we're going to do it. this year. I think great.
This is one thing I'll plan, is to keep you brought in a group, right, to do it all together.
Right,
Well, and nobody else showed up other than that group.
right.
And different people I've talked to, you gotta have a community service day. we have one, no vacation.
Nobody did.
We didn't know about it.
Right. And so that's, it, and I agree with you. I think if we do, it takes a lot of work to do something like this. And I'm with you. I think it's amazing, but I think all of us will need to work on this a lot in a short amount of time to make this happen.
So I'm wondering, I mean, I'm a licensed park inspector, I'm pretty impressed with the condition of the this year. Landscaping looks awesome. The equipment looks like it's well maintained, the park benches are still well painted. So what would we work on?
That was my question, was that, too. But for the sake of, the momentum that we gained last year, that's where I appreciate you bringing that up again, is that, we have this community service day, we'd love to have an annual thing. So, but I would agree, I think it's so much better, and now that horseshoe bed is gone, and maybe that's it, maybe that's probably something else we should have put on here, but maybe that's for the next meeting. I do wonder if perhaps we consider putting in a couple beds that are more manageable. We have had some community members express a desire to have some flowers.
That's one thing I'm gonna bring up, I just to mention, is we need to think about what we want to do next. Yeah, that might be a next year's project.
Okay.
The trainer have our volunteer people do it.
Yeah.
Next meeting, everybody bring ideas, things. I've got some ideas of things you might want to do next year, you might want to wait another year.
Yeah.
We can bring up discussions next meeting. Gotta get the budget going.
The planning.
But also gotta get money in the budget if we're gonna do this stuff.
Absolutely.
So it kind of sounds like maybe we should pass this year, especially given the late start that we would have. But maybe start planning sooner next year if that's something we want to do so that we can get more organized and more people in the community would be aware of it. Because, it's like Roger said, if it weren't for the group that you organized, it would have been all soccer working that day. So, we can start sooner next year, we would have a better day.
And that might be a great opportunity, construct, who knows what that might look like. Or what needs there may be, so that could be a fun opportunity. We may have some leadership, who knows, with
Right.
with a new person.
Well, that's what I was just thinking. I mean, the whole parks department with Kevlar and the maintenance associated with that and everything, it's going to look different next year. It's going to look different. And so, I mean, I wouldn't get overly excited about creating new things for next year until we get this person in and get them involved and figure out how the parks department's going to function and all that,
It just might, I think we need to keep in mind that it probably won't hurt to get some quotes from primary grounds and maybe some other folks about something manageable.
About, I got to think about maybe 3 or 4 by 8 beds.
Yeah.
And maybe put the annuals in.
The word.
Could be manageable,
Put annuals in them
and it'll be fun.
or probably out of the sign.
Yeah. Or maybe one,
Maybe one annual road commission last year or something like that.
Yeah. I've seen people like those butterfly gardens, those things.
You can get a net to keep them all fish from falling on the tank.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah.
Just need to get more birds in to eat those. I think.
All right. Very good.
One other thing.
Yep.
Dan, you heard anything from the school? Are they gonna have an in-service day this year?
I haven't heard anything.
Okay, they used to have one every year and they bring a group of juniors down here to work on the parks or something, but then when COVID hit, that ended it.
I haven't heard a thing about it.
All right. Let's take a look at the budget here.
Nothing that jumped off the page at me when I was looking at
Big construction numbers.
it. We were expecting those.
I have no questions this week.
Agreed.
Okay, very good. We'll just, has everybody had a chance to review the last meeting's minutes? I would say last month, but it's not. Take a look at those. And as I referred to, there's the gentleman's comment right there, number 4. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make the motion.
All in favor of approving the meeting? Aye.
I'll abstain just because I wasn't here.
Sure.
I support everything.
Very good. Right. Anything else before we adjourn? Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
Adjourn.